Are you someone who enjoys eggs almost every day? Maybe scrambled, boiled, or fried eggs are truly one of nature's perfect foods, packed with amazing protein and nutrients that are so important as we get older. They can help keep your muscles strong, give you energy, and even support your brain. But here's a surprising truth that many people don't realize. How you eat those eggs can make a world of difference, and some popular ways of preparing them might actually be doing more harm than good, especially for us seniors. It's a painful reality to think that something we enjoy and believe is healthy could be setting us back without us even knowing it. Sometimes, the habits we've had for years, maybe since we were kids, aren't serving our bodies the way they are now. Our bodies change, and what worked perfectly fine at 30 or 40 might not be the best approach at 60, 70, or beyond. We need to be a little smarter, a little more mindful about the simple things, like how we prepare our morning eggs in this video. We're going to look at 5 dangerous ways seniors must avoid eating eggs every single day, and more importantly, what you can do instead. We'll uncover some common practices that could be putting your health at risk, and I'll share some simple, tasty alternatives that keep all the goodness of eggs while ditching the hidden dangers. Stick around until the end, because I have something that might just surprise you and completely change how you think about your breakfast routine. Let's dive right in with the first way many people, including seniors, might be eating eggs dangerously, often without realizing it. This first one is about food safety, and it's particularly important because our immune systems can sometimes be a little less robust as we age. I'm talking about eating eggs that are undercooked, or in some cases, even raw. Think about soft-boiled eggs with that runny yolk, or maybe even homemade mayonnaise or certain salad dressings that use raw egg yolk, while some people love that creamy texture. Eating eggs that haven't been cooked thoroughly, meaning both the white and the yolk are firm, carries a risk of foodborne illness, most commonly from Salmonella bacteria. Now, you might say, "Oh, I've been eating runny yolks all my life, and I've been fine." And you know, for many years, you might have been lucky, but the risk is real. And for older adults, getting a Salmonella infection can be much more serious than it is for younger people. It can lead to severe diarrhea, fever, abdominal cramps, and in some cases, can require hospitalization. Dehydration is a big concern, and our bodies don't bounce back as quickly from these kinds of illnesses. So, while that perfectly soft-boiled egg might be tempting, err on the side of caution. Make sure your eggs are cooked until the yolk is firm. This applies to fried eggs too. Make sure that runny part is cooked through. Scrambled eggs should be cooked until they are no longer wet and liquidy. It's a simple change. Really, just letting them cook for a little longer. But it significantly reduces the risk of a nasty illness that could really set you back. It's not about missing out on deliciousness. It's about making a safer choice for your body right now. You can still enjoy the wonderful taste and nutrition of eggs by simply cooking them a bit more, boiling them firm, scrambling them thoroughly, or frying them until the yolk is set are all perfectly healthy and safe ways to go. It's a small adjustment for potentially huge peace of mind and protection. Now, moving from how thoroughly they're cooked to how they are cooked. The second dangerous way seniors often eat eggs daily is by frying them in excessive amounts of unhealthy fats. We're talking about piling on the butter, or using oils that aren't the best for heart health, and using way too much of them. Frying itself isn't inherently bad, but the method and the amount of fat used can quickly turn a nutrient-dense egg into something that's loaded with extra calories and fats that aren't doing your heart any favors. As we get older, heart health becomes increasingly important. We're often managing cholesterol levels, blood pressure, and just generally trying to keep our cardiovascular system in good shape. Frying eggs in lots of saturated fats, like butter or lard, or even some vegetable oils that can become less healthy when heated to high temperatures, adds unnecessary burdens. This extra fat contributes to higher calorie intake without adding much in the way of beneficial nutrients. And consistently consuming high amounts of these fats can contribute to plaque buildup in arteries over time, Think about a typical fried egg swimming in butter in the pan. Delicious smell. Right. But that butter soaks into the egg, and you end up consuming a significant amount of saturated fat just from that one cooking method. Doing this day after day can really add up. So, what's a better way to enjoy a fried egg without the danger? It's simple. Use a good quality non-stick pan. You'll find you need significantly less, if any, fat. If you do use fat, choose healthier options like a small amount of olive oil or avocado oil, which contain monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats that are much better for your heart. You only need a tiny drizzle, just enough to prevent sticking. Or, even better, consider poaching your eggs. Poaching uses water. So 0 added fat? You just bring a pot of water to a gentle simmer. Add a splash of vinegar, it helps the whites hold together, and carefully slide your eggs in. They cook beautifully in just a few minutes, and you get that lovely soft yolk without any added fat. Scrambling is another great option where you can control the fat. Use a non-stick pan and just a tiny bit of milk or water to make them fluffy, and maybe a tiny bit of butter or oil for flavor. But again, just a minimal amount. Baking eggs in a muffin tin with a little vegetable and maybe a sprinkle of cheese is also a fantastic, low-fat way to cook them. The key is being mindful of the amount and type of fat you use when cooking your eggs daily. Switching from frying in excessive unhealthy fats to minimal healthy fats or fat-free methods like poaching or boiling is a simple, yet powerful step towards protecting your heart and managing your weight as you enjoy your daily dose of egg nutrition. This sets us up nicely to talk about what often accompanies those eggs on the plate. Continuing on our journey to enjoying eggs the best way possible as we get older. The third dangerous habit seniors should reconsider, especially if it's a daily occurrence, is pairing their eggs regularly with processed meats like bacon, sausage, and ham. Now, who doesn't love a classic bacon and eggs breakfast? It's comforting. It's traditional for many. But the truth is, regularly adding processed meats to your daily egg meal brings a whole host of potential health problems. These meats are typically very high in sodium, unhealthy saturated fats, and often contain nitrates and nitrites, which have been linked to increased risks of certain health issues over time. Think about it. If you're having a couple of slices of bacon or a sausage patty alongside your eggs every single morning, you're starting your day with a significant hit of sodium. High sodium intake is a major contributor to high blood pressure, a condition many seniors are already managing. It can also contribute to fluid retention and increase the strain on your kidneys. Beyond the sodium, these processed meats are often loaded with saturated fats, the kind that can raise your cholesterol levels and contribute to heart disease. While the science on dietary cholesterol from eggs has become much more relaxed for most people, pairing them with foods notoriously high in saturated fat is counterproductive, especially if heart health is a concern. The nitrates and nitrites used in processing these meats are another worry. While they help preserve the meat and give it color, research suggests they can be converted into compounds in the body that may be carcinogenic over the long term. So, enjoying bacon or sausage as an occasional treat is probably fine for most people. But having them daily with your eggs turns a nutritious meal into something that's regularly exposing you to high levels of sodium, unhealthy fats, and potentially harmful compounds. What are some better alternatives instead of processed meats? Try pairing your eggs with lean proteins. Think grilled chicken breast cut into small pieces, smoked salmon in moderation due to sodium, but better fat profile, or even plant-based proteins like beans or lentils. Vegetables are also fantastic companions for eggs. Sautéed spinach, mushrooms, onions, bell peppers, or tomatoes can add flavor, fiber, and important vitamins and minerals without the downsides of processed meats. A simple omelet filled with lots of colorful veggies is a delicious and incredibly healthy breakfast option. Adding a side of avocado provides healthy fats and fiber. Swapping out bacon and sausage for these healthier options with your daily eggs can significantly reduce your intake of sodium and unhealthy fats, helping you manage your blood pressure, cholesterol, and overall heart health. It's about making conscious choices that support your well-being every day. Now, sticking with what we add to our eggs. The fourth dangerous way seniors often consume eggs daily is by drenching them in high-sodium sauces or toppings. We're talking about things like certain bottled hot sauces that are packed with salt, excessive amounts of salty cheese sauces, or perhaps ready-made condiments that rely heavily on sodium for flavor. Just like with processed meats, consistently adding high-sodium toppings to your eggs every morning adds to your daily salt intake, which, as we just discussed, can be detrimental to blood pressure and heart health. It's easy to underestimate how much sodium is hiding in sauces and condiments. A seemingly small amount can contain a surprising percentage of your recommended daily sodium limit. If you're eating eggs daily and topping them with something high in sodium each time, that adds up quickly and significantly. For seniors, managing sodium intake is often a key part of maintaining good health, especially for those with hypertension or kidney issues. Relying on salty sauces also means you might be missing out on the opportunity to add flavor using healthier ingredients, instead of reaching for the salty hot sauce or piling on the cheese sauce. Try flavoring your eggs with herbs and spices. Freshly ground black pepper, chives, parsley, dill, or even a pinch of paprika or turmeric can add wonderful flavor without any sodium. A little bit of healthy fat, like a drizzle of olive oil or a slice of avocado, can also enhance the taste and texture. If you love cheese, use a small amount of a strongly flavored cheese, like a sharp cheddar or feta, rather than a large quantity of a milder, often saltier, cheese sauce. This way, you get the flavor impact with less sodium and often less unhealthy fat. Another great alternative is to make your own low-sodium sauces or salsas using fresh ingredients. A simple tomato salsa with onion, cilantro, and lime juice is bursting with flavor and contains minimal sodium unless you add salt yourself. Learning to season your food with herbs, spices, and natural flavors is a powerful way to reduce your reliance on salt and improve your overall diet. So, take a look at what you're topping your eggs with daily. Are those sauces and condiments adding flavor or just adding unnecessary sodium? Choosing to season with herbs, spices, and other low-sodium options is a simple swap that can make a big difference for your long-term health. This brings us to our final point, which is just as crucial for safety and getting the most out of your eggs. Our fifth and final point, and one that's really critical for health and safety, particularly as we get older, is eating eggs that aren't fresh or haven't been stored properly. It might sound obvious, but it's a dangerous habit that can lead to foodborne illnesses if we're not careful. Our bodies are sometimes less able to fight off bacteria from spoiled food as we age, so paying attention to how we buy and store our eggs is paramount. Eggs don't last forever, and while they have a relatively good shelf life compared to some foods, improper storage or ignoring best before dates can mean you're risking consuming bacteria that could make you very sick. The outer shell of an egg can sometimes have bacteria on it. And while cleaning practices at farms and grocery stores in countries like the UK, US, Canada, and Australia are generally excellent, proper handling at home is still important. And the inside of an egg, while typically sterile when laid, can become contaminated over time, especially if the egg isn't stored correctly. The best place to store eggs is in their original carton in the coldest part of your refrigerator, which is usually on a middle or lower shelf. Not in the door. The door is subject to temperature fluctuations every time you open the fridge, and consistent cold temperatures help keep bacteria like Salmonella from multiplying. The carton itself also provides protection and helps prevent the eggs from absorbing strong odors from other foods in the fridge. Always check the date on the carton when you buy them, and try to use them within a few weeks of purchase. Definitely before the best before date expires. How can you tell if an egg is still good? The float test is a common method, though not foolproof. Gently place the egg in a bowl of water. If it lies flat on the bottom, it's very fresh. If it stands on its end but still touches the bottom, it's still good but should be used soon. If it floats, it's old and should be discarded because air has built up inside. However, the most reliable way is to check the best before date and store them properly. Also, trust your senses. If an egg looks slimy, has a powdery residue on the shell which could be mold, or smells bad when you crack it open, don't use it, even if the date seems okay. A bad egg will have a very distinct unpleasant smell. It's not worth the risk of getting sick. Consuming a spoiled egg can lead to symptoms similar to those of undercooked eggs: nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fever, and abdominal cramps, which, as we've discussed, can be much harder for seniors to recover from. So, make it a habit to check the dates on your egg cartons, store them correctly in the fridge, and, when in doubt, throw it out. It's better to waste one egg than to risk a serious illness. By being mindful of these 5 areas, avoiding undercooked eggs, ditching the excessive unhealthy fats, skipping the daily processed meats, steering clear of high-sodium sauces, and ensuring your eggs are fresh and properly stored, you can continue to enjoy the amazing nutritional benefits of eggs safely and healthily. It's not about cutting eggs out of your diet at all. Far from it, it's about being smart about how you eat them. These small changes in preparation and pairing can make a significant positive impact on your health as you age. Remember, you have the power to make choices every day that support your well-being. It might feel like small steps, but consistently choosing healthier ways to prepare and enjoy your food, including wonderful eggs, adds up to big improvements in your health and happiness. Don't let these common habits hold you back from living your most vibrant life. Embrace these simple adjustments and feel the difference they make. What are your favorite healthy ways to eat eggs? Have you made any changes to how you prepare them over the years? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights might help someone else. If you found this information helpful, please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and it tells me you want to see more content like this. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future tips and advice designed just for you. Thank you so much for watching. Keep making those healthy choices. Stay positive and live your best life at every age.